Hi, I'm Ryan, and today I want to show you how to get started with the new Google Sites. Google has had a website authoring tool called Google Sites for a while. They switched it over and they're still calling it the new Google Sites, even though this has been the regular Google Sites for a couple of years. Today I want to show you how to get started with creating websites in Google Sites and why you would want to create a website. So let's start up our browser and go to Google Sites. Sites.google.com. There are a bunch of templates on here. We're going to start blank so I can show you the different parts. This is just a getting started. This is not an end-all be-all of what Google Sites can do and how you can use it. It's just to get you started. So we're going to start with a blank site. Now, the blank site has a header, and that's this box with the template with the graphic in the background. And that's all that's involved with this page, with this site. We can give it a name, and this is the file name that's stored in your Google Drive. It really is not used on your website. Down here where it says, and now it took over whatever I named it, but we're going to give it. So I'm just going to put a graphic here. I'm just going to put a header on here. We can change, if you've seen, we can change. You're limited to what all you can do if you're used to doing Google Docs, but it helps you keep your website consistent so it doesn't end up looking like it's a ransom letter. We do have a bunch of fonts that we can pick. I kind of like the Comforta. I got a highlight just like if I was in a Google Doc. I can change the size of this box, and I can also change the size of the text. So this all works. If you've used a word processor, it works about the same. The other part of the header is I can change the size of the header. Right now it's on banner. I can just take that background graphic off and it'll just be the text box. Banner, I can make it a large banner, which is just kind of obnoxious. It's just this big block. And you can make a cover, which makes it even bigger. Usually regular banner is what you want to keep it on. And then you can also change the image. You can upload your own image, or you can select one from their list. You can also look in your Google Drive, your albums, you can search the internet. Tons of different ways of getting your graphic. At any time, you can hit the preview and see what it looks like. And Google Sites does make a pretty good looking website very, very easily. I mean, that looks pretty good, and all it is a banner. Or maybe my standards are pretty low. The page itself consists of blocks that go clear across the page. I'm going to just show you the few of them that they have here. The text box is the one you'll use the most. Text box, you don't necessarily have to put text in it, so you can use it as a spacer if you wanted to space out the text. I want to show you what the block looks like by giving it a color. So there is that block that's on there. If I add another one, you can't really see that color there, but I'll add one more block and color this one so you can see what each one of these blocks, that's what it looks like. It goes clear across the website. And you can put whatever you want in here, and you still can change your font and I can add more text here. To get rid of one of these blocks, I hit the trash can. I can also, if I wanted to rearrange the blocks. So even if you don't get your layout how you want it the first time, Google Sites makes it pretty easy to grab hold of that little, I don't know what you want to call that thing there. And I can rearrange my blocks on the page. Pretty simple. I can also duplicate the blocks. I'm going to get rid of this one. So that's the first one, the text boxes. I can also put an image as a box on there. and it added that whole row right there. And once this is in there, I'm going to just drag this a little bit. See all those little faint lines? Those are all the different columns that you have access to in these blocks. I'm not going to get into it too much, but this image here, I can stretch it out, but what it does is it keeps it cropped, but it doesn't stretch it out. You know how you normally do it. Whoops. And you can uncrop it, and then if I wanted to get a better crop, I can slide the slider, because maybe I just want this guy in my, whoa, make that a little smaller. But you notice the sliding does not change the aspect ratio, so he doesn't get really skinny or really fat. So the image block is kind of boring because you can't do anything else over here. It's kind of get annoying. That's where these layouts come in. There's a few different layouts, but I could put a layout and it puts an image blocks, and then it puts some text over here. It'd probably be cooler if I would actually get a picture of one of my universities. So if you see what I did there, all I did is added this layout and put it over there. And I got a good looking web layout. I can always preview it so I can see what the website looks like. Very, very cool. Embedding and using Drive is something for another day. That's not a getting started. There's also various different items that you can add into the website, which right now, if you've never done web design before, just practice with adding a text box and these layouts and playing around with graphics. Try to think about what you want on a website, but don't try to get too complicated right away, because you might, I don't want you to get disappointed in your output and then not come back to it. So as you're starting out, use the text box and these layouts just to get a feel for it. Now, we've got our first page here, and that's okay, but that gets kind of boring. So over here on the right side, there's pages, and we can add new pages. So I can add a new page called, and don't worry about this advanced. And now, you see I got an about on my menu. It automatically created my menu item. So now each one of these is a menu item, and I can start adding layouts just like I did before. There, I got 4 of my hobbies on that page. I can hit the preview so we can see what it looks like. And we can make these into links, but right now I've got a halfway decent looking website without really putting too much effort into it. I'm very impressed on how easy Google Sites makes it to create a website. Finally, after our pages, you can have pages nested. You can hide pages from the menu. We're not going to worry about all that stuff right now. I'll do several Google Sites videos so we can advance on through this. And then we have themes. You can change the colors, and there's not the colors. Let's go to the home page so you can see how it changed this color here. I can also select a color. And there's also different styles here that we can check. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. And see, it changed my font, but it made it all look really, really cool. Oh, Vision's pretty cool too. Impression, I like Impression. Finally, when you want to share this masterpiece to the world, there is a publish button. Name your site, I'll name it Ryan Collins, and it gives me the link there, which is kind of long, and that's just the side effect of using Google Sites. But now, that website is there for everyone to see. Oh, apparently don't click on that right away because it's not ready for you yet. See, it's working now. I just clicked on it right before Google was ready. So that's a quick look at getting started with Google Sites. Go in, create a site, create a few pages, and see what it looks like. Once you get some more practice, I'll be doing some more videos on Google Sites so we can learn how to use it all together, because I haven't dug into it nearly as much as I want to, but it looks very, very good and it's very, very powerful. Be sure to like this video and visit me over at educate.me. Stay classy.